kind of is. So now the plan is for Cora and Gunner to sneak onto the enemy's Death Star.
What's that?
Dreadnought.
It
is.
Well, it must be tough to sneak on a giant ship full of bad guys.
Hey guys, my name's Dan. Today I'll be reacting to Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scargiver pitch meeting. Now, if I remember correctly, I really did enjoy the first one. I know many people didn't, but I actually really liked it. I didn't mind the tropes, the sci-fi tropes so much, and I loved what it set up. But here we are in Part 2. Where could it possibly go wrong? Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see on that. But before we do, though, please do check out all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, the pitch meeting link and Ryan's personal channel. They're both great ways to support him. And a great easy way to support me is to go right below this video, click all those buttons down there, so to let you see future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel to grow. And without any further ado, let's go.
So, you got some new Star Wars derivation for me?
Yes, sir, I do. Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scargiver.
Scargiver, huh? What's that about?
It's Cora's nickname, our main character. Pretty intimidating, right? I mean, doesn't that kind of imply you will survive whatever she does to you?
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, the bad guy she killed in the last movie, he's alive again. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And he's mad because he didn't want to get killed at all.
Understandable.
Sure,
So
yeah.
now he wants to attack the people of Velt and steal their grain. He still wants to do the thing from the last movie, and the good guys still want to defend it.
Yeah, like in the
Yep.
last movie.
Why isn't this just one movie? Because it's two. So now Cora and the other warriors need
That's
to train
two.
the village people.
The band?
No, the people that live on this moon. The warriors have to train them.
And who are the warriors again?
Well, they're you know, the ones from the last time.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Well, there's okay, look, I don't know.
Fair
You
enough.
don't
So
know.
another thing these good guys need to do is harvest all the grain. Wasn't the whole thing in the
Literally
last
all
movie
the
that they
grain.
don't have enough grain or people to harvest it or people to fight? Right, but this is the second movie and several days have passed.
Got it.
So then
So
we're
there's
gonna get
so
into
much
it.
grain.
Oh boy, the fighting?
No, the farming.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be so slow, sir. It's gonna take so very long.
Okay.
We're talking a good 30, 40 minutes where every time we cut back to the good guys, they're just doing some slow-mo farming. It kind of seems like a long time. Well, sir, people open Netflix and they click on an action sci-fi movie. What do you think they expect?
Sci-fi action?
Wheat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh.
Wheat. Slowly.
We
sure about
oh,
that?
okay.
Yes.
And what
Excuse
about
me.
the fight training?
Oh, the villagers are just kind of instantly good at that part. It leaves more time for the farming, I guess.
Now you're getting it.
So now it's time for some character development. So Cora is going to tell her boyfriend Gunner about the time she shot a kid.
What?
Yeah, see, her adopted father, Balisarius, staged a coup in the ship's furnace room.
The spaceships are powered by coal?
And it's all very dramatic. There's a little string quartet playing, and the tempo of their music is going to adapt to what's happening in the moment.
Oh, hiring a band for your secret murder plot is tight.
And
No!
Balisarius kills the royal
Dear.
family, but Cora is the one who shoots the magical princess child, and then Balisarius reveals he's framing her. Oh, very sneaky Balisarius. Yeah, but she manages to pull a gun on him.
So she shoots him?
No, she can't bring herself to shoot him. Killing's wrong, so she just kills some guards and escapes.
Oh, okay.
So then it's time.
So she kills a kid, but she can't kill. Oh my god, I hate this. Why? Why did they think this was a good idea? There's so many different things you can do to... The main character killed a child. Cool.
for some backstory for the other warriors. Right, we're like halfway through the second movie, and I don't know any of these people. That's right, so we're just gonna kind of get that out of the way rapid-fire style, because we don't have a lot of time here. Hey, maybe we do less slow-mo farming and more organic character development?
That would be nice.
No, we're gonna want the slow-mo farming.
If you say so.
For some reason, I absolutely do. So we're all just gonna kind of sit on one side of a long table, facing the same direction, and tell their stories one after the other. Bang, 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 bang.
Well, okay then.
So now that each of the characters have spoken about themselves for 120 seconds apiece.
Yeah, there was a lot of it. Flashback after flashback. Seriously, I do not need to see everybody's backstory.
And therefore the audience cares about them. It's time for the final fight.
Oh boy.
So the bad guys show up, but the good guys have made a whole system of trenches, so they have the element of surprise.
In just a couple of days, they harvested all their grain, trained everybody to fight, and
Yep.
built an elaborate trench system.
That's
Yep.
what we're going with. And all the women and children, they're hiding in a building surrounded by all the grain, so the bad guys can't blow them up.
This friggin' grain seems like more of a character than the women and children.
It kind of is. So now the plan is for Cora and Gunner to sneak onto the enemy's Death Star.
What's that?
Dreadnought.
That's
It is, no, it is.
Well, it must be tough to sneak on a giant ship full of bad guys.
Actually, it's going to be super
Super
easy.
easy,
Barely,
barely
an
an
inconvenience.
inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, they fly Cora's old ship that she escaped on, so they blend in no problem.
Oh, the bad guy?
Yeah, and then they put like a little smoke thing on it to make it look like the ship is in distress so they can get on easy.
Guys don't have a system in place to check who's boarding the ship? Apparently not, so then
Nope.
it's time for some heroic action. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, Cora's gonna shoot a bunch of medics that were trying to help her.
Very heroic. And then she's
Yeah,
gonna
totally.
rig the ship to blow up. Bam, bam.
But meanwhile, the bad guys have found out that she's on the ship.
So what do they do?
Well, the bad guy's like, actually, Cora's the only thing that matters, so just blow up the grain and the women and children now.
We just spent half the movie harvesting that in slow motion. Now
Yep.
it just doesn't matter.
Correct. So now
Nope,
they
it
wanna
does
find
not,
her
not
on
at
the ship
all.
So she can't escape back to the moon.
Well, if they know she's on the ship, can't they just shut all their doors and fly away, knowing she'll be trapped on there?
Hey, shut up. So then before the bad guy can fire his super slow weapon at the grain and the women and children, I guess, Cora's gonna blow the ship up.
Very exciting. So she gets in a big old fight with the bad guy,
And then she chops his head off.
let's see him come back from that.
Right? I mean, he might. I can do it.
Oh, God,
Right.
no.
But also, Gunner got hurt, so he dies. He's a dead guy now.
Oh no, he was in the movie.
He was in the movie,
so
wasn't
then
he?
Cora reveals to the other warriors that she's actually not a good person because of that time she shot a child.
Yeah, right.
But then
Yeah.
this general guy is like, actually, I knew that about you, and she's not dead, so it's all good.
He didn't want to reveal that to her earlier.
No, he
No,
wanted her to
apparently
keep
not.
suffering and hating herself for a little while longer.
Kind of a jerk move.
And so they're
Yep.
like, well, we got to go find the princess, and with that sequel bait done, we're done. What do you think?
Oh, you want to make more of these?
Of course, sir.
Apparently.
There's so much more slow-mo space farming potential.
So much
How
slow-mo!
slow-mo space farming could you possibly want to shoot?
So much. Oh my god, expanding to 6 movies? I don't know if I can take 6 more of these movies. Oh my god. I swear, I really did enjoy the first one. I really did, and I wanted to enjoy this one, but just so much wrong. I mean, all the slow-mo for like literally everything, slow-mo flashbacks, slow-mo action scenes, just slow-mo all over the place. And then like an hour in, we have the same meeting that happened in the first movie. Sequels are like made fun of because people call them the same as the first. This really did feel like it in so many different ways, especially considering like when you know the bad guys they come down to this planet and she's talking with the main bad guy, the one you know she killed in the first one. They make a deal for some reason and she trusts him. I'm not really sure what the hell that meant rather. And then when she was actually on the ship, she was doing some things to make sure the ship would blow up, right? And then the guard walks in, he's staring at her for like, felt like 5, 10, maybe 15 seconds or so. Why the hell was he staring so long at her? Why did he just shoot her? Why did he wait for her to shoot at him? I don't know. But what he did end up leaving out, though, was Cora didn't actually... I guess he did kill the main bad guy, but it was really the other guy, Gunner, who actually did it because the main bad guy was choking her, and then the guy comes up from behind and just stabs him through the chest. I really wish it would have been Cora herself that would have done away with the bad guy, as, you know, because she's the main character, right? She's the main protagonist. She should be killing the main antagonist, but for whatever reason, they decide to go a different route. And honestly, the coolest part, or the coolest thing about the movie was the robot. The way he came in and just completely wrecked everybody. That was so freaking cool. It just doesn't really make too much sense, and I would think he's the coolest part, considering he had, like, barely any screen time. So with that said, this definitely ticked all the boxes of a bad movie for me. Boring characters, scenes that we've seen before, plot holes, loads of things that just didn't really make any sense. And then the fighting scenes outside of all of the slow-mo scenes, so much slow-mo, was actually decent. But outside of that, it was 2 hours long, and it certainly felt, I felt every minute of those 2 hours. It just, here's hoping the third one is going to be a better one. But that's going to do it for me here. Comment down below, let me know, what did you think about Rebel Moon Part 2? Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please check all those links I have for you down in the description below. Then lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 now supporters on Patreon, Luchador, Cruising, Wolverine 310, GBN, Kester Cronage, Joseph McSweeney, Amber K, Raymond Bright, Joshi, Chris Curtis, Haley Machinardi, Ann Perry, Lorca, Boss Coffany, Morgan Page, Izzy, Misa, Misa2, Lily the Stoopy Fan, Allison the Aesthetic Girl, Mad Hushy, Flea Street Vicomp, Christopher Banyard, Emily the Flower Lover, Sasha Harrison, Steffi, Sarcastic Karma, Travis Knops, and Songbird177. And if you too like to have a shout out at each and every one of my videos, please head over to patreon.com/DDreactor for more. And I'll see you guys next time.